Think you've seen every isekai out there? Think again. Today, we're diving into 15 hidden gems that never got the hype they deserved. Some are emotional, some chaotic, but every single one deserves a spot on your watch list. Kicking off with number 15, Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions. This one ain't your main character gets infinite power and a harem by episode 2 type of show. Grimgar hits way deeper. It's slow, emotional, and painfully realistic. You feel every sword swing, every loss, every moment of fear. These characters aren't heroes. They're regular people just trying to survive in a brutal world that doesn't care. And when someone dies, it's not a revive spell moment. It's Trauma City. The art is watercolor beautiful, the pacing gentle, and the atmosphere hits like Studio Ghibli went to therapy. It's one of those rare isekai that makes you feel instead of just hype scream. This is Emmaverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 14, Ascendance of a Bookworm. Ever loved books so much you'd reincarnate in another world just to read again? That's literally this anime. Mine wakes up in a medieval world where books are rarer than a working printer. And she says, "Bet, I'll make my own." Watching her outsmart nobles, invent paper, and basically become the Gutenberg of isekai is wild. She's weak and sickly, but mentally unstoppable. It's cozy, smart, and actually educational, like if How It's Made had an adorable anime version. It's the ultimate comfort show for introverts who love ambition. And trust me, once you start, you'll be turning those virtual pages fast. Crashing in at number 13. Drifters take every legendary warrior from history, Nobunaga, Joan of Arc, Hannibal, and throw them into a fantasy bloodbath. That's Drifters. It's basically Avengers, time travel edition, but way bloodier. The action is intense, the humor is dark, and every episode feels like a metal concert. Nobunaga turns medieval politics into a war strategy clinic, and Joan of Arc? Straight up pyromaniac. The art screams chaos, and the soundtrack slaps like thunder. It's short, it's stylish, and it'll leave you begging for a second season. If Hellsing had a fantasy baby, this would be it. Teleporting to number 12, Outbreak Company. Imagine being an otaku sent to another world to spread anime culture. Yep, Outbreak Company is literally about Japan trying to export Moe and Mecha to elves and dwarves. It sounds like a meme, and it kinda is, but it's also secretly genius. It pokes fun at cultural imperialism, xenophobia, and how weird otaku culture looks from the outside. You'll laugh, then suddenly think, wait, that's kinda deep. The MC's pure love for anime becomes a bridge between worlds, and somehow it works. It's equal parts hilarious, wholesome, and thought-provoking, a rare combo that deserves way more love. Landing at number 11, Kamikatsu, Working for God in a Godless World. Okay, Kamikatsu is pure chaos. Dude dies, gets isekai'd to a world with zero religion, and accidentally creates a goddess who behaves like a meme lord. It's satire on steroids, making fun of cults, gods, and literally every isekai trope out there. The tone flips from absurd comedy to weirdly deep moments about faith and belief. Plus, the CGI monster scenes are so cursed they're iconic. It's the kind of show that makes you say, "What did I just watch?" But you'll still hit next episode. It's dumb, it's brilliant, and it's somehow both parody and masterpiece. Dropping to number 10, Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. This dude trains to fight level 1 slimes like he's prepping for the apocalypse. Cautious Hero is peak overthinking energy. The MC is absurdly strong but refuses to fight unless he's 10,000% ready. It's the ultimate mix of comedy and strategy. The goddess he's paired with? A chaotic drama queen who steals every scene. You think it's all fun and memes until the backstory hits, and suddenly, you're emotional. It's parody, it's hype, and it actually hits hard. Think One Punch Man meets anxiety disorder. Marching into number 9, The 12 Kingdoms. If you want old school world building with zero shortcuts, The 12 Kingdoms is it. This show doesn't hold your hand. It throws you into deep political lore and says, swim. The protagonist, Yoko, starts as a scared high schooler and evolves into one of the most compelling leaders in isekai history. The writing is rich, the mythology deep, and every episode feels like reading a fantasy novel. It's not about power levels, it's about growth. Underrated? Bro, it's criminally forgotten. Looking at number 8, Seirei Gensuki, Spirit Chronicles. This one's got that classic revenge meets redemption vibe. MC gets reincarnated with memories of 2 lives, and let's just say he doesn't waste time getting overpowered. It's got that early 2000s light novel energy. Harem, hidden powers, tragic past, check. But what makes it stand out is how emotionally grounded it is. The world's massive, the action crisp, and the pacing surprisingly tight. It's not revolutionary, but it scratches that nostalgic itch for anyone who loves Sword Art Online and jobless reincarnation, but wants something fresher. Sliding to number 7, Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. Now here's a power fantasy done right. MC gets betrayed by a goddess in the first 5 minutes. Classic isekai move. And then proceeds to build his own world out of spite. Peak petty energy. The humor's sharp, the side characters are unhinged, and the world building, chef level. It's self-aware, goofy, and still manages to drop serious lore bombs when you least expect it. If that time I got reincarnated as a slime had a sarcastic older cousin, this would be it. Storming in at number 6, Gate. Thus the JSDF fought there. Japan opens a portal to another world, and instead of isekai teens, we get the military rolling through with tanks and helicopters. Gate is part political thriller, part action fantasy, and part waifu convention. It's unapologetically patriotic, sometimes questionably so, but the sheer absurdity of modern tech versus dragons, beautiful. You've got soldiers negotiating with elves, politicians losing their minds, and a goth death goddess who steals the show. It's serious when it wants to be, but mostly it's power fantasy fun done with military precision. Blasting in at number 5, El Hazard, The Magnificent World. We're going vintage now. El Hazard walked so modern isekai could sprint. A group of students and teachers get teleported to a world of magic, romance, and hilarious chaos. It's 90s anime gold, gorgeous art, dramatic voice acting, and characters who actually grow. It's got that nostalgic charm mixed with goofy humor that holds up even today. You can see how it inspired Tenchi Muyo and other early fantasy classics. It's not perfect, but it's pure isekai history. Zooming to number 4, Brave Story, movie. Yes, we're counting movies now because Brave Story deserves your attention. This one's emotional, cinematic, and heartbreakingly beautiful. A young boy enters a fantasy world to change his fate, but what he learns hits harder than any sword fight. The animation is lush, the message mature, and it's easily one of the best isekai films you've never seen. It's more coming-of-age tragedy than power fantasy, but that's exactly why it sticks with you. Crashing into number 3, Restaurant to Another World. Now this is the chillest isekai ever made. Instead of heroes and demons, it's all about food. Every week, a magical door opens to another realm, and random fantasy creatures visit a cozy restaurant on Earth. It's peaceful, heartwarming, and the food shots? Unreal. Each episode feels like a bedtime story mixed with a cooking show. It's basically isekai therapy. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Drifting to number 2, Kakuryou, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. This one's like Spirited Away meets Fruits Basket. Aoi gets dragged into the spirit world because her grandpa owes demons money, classic family debt problems, and ends up working at a supernatural inn to pay it off. The vibes are mystical and romantic, and the food looks so good it's unfair. It's emotional without being corny, and every spirit has depth and personality. If you love calm fantasy worlds with charm, Kakuryou will be your comfort anime. Finally, at number 1, The Faraway Paladin. This anime deserves an entire sermon. A boy raised by undead parents, yeah, you heard that right, grows up learning love, faith, and purpose before setting out to find his destiny. The Faraway Paladin isn't about power, it's about belief, morality, and legacy. It's slow, emotional, and beautifully written. The characters feel alive, the world feels ancient, and the themes, timeless. It's one of the most spiritual and sincere isekai ever made. And if you missed it, fix that immediately. And there you have it. 15 underrated isekai that deserve way more attention. Which one are you adding to your watch list first? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if your backlog just got longer, and subscribe for more anime deep dives. Until next time, stay weeb, stay wild, and keep watching greatness.